Now let's turn to step 3 in the process of building utility tables. In this step, we need to identify the marginal costs, or what the person must sacrifice, for each alternative in our table. Let's start with the marginal costs for buying the book. If the individual chooses to buy the book, what must they sacrifice? What must they give up? Anytime you buy a product, and textbooks are definitely a product, the buyer must pay or give up money for it. The amount they have to pay is just the price of the product. Therefore, the marginal cost of buying a book, the amount a person must sacrifice in order to buy the book, is just the price of that book. In this example, we said that the price is $140. Therefore, the marginal cost for buying the book is $140. Notice that the marginal cost of buying the book is equal to the marginal utility from not buying the book. What about the marginal cost for the other alternative? What must the person sacrifice if they choose to not buy the book? Well, if the person chooses to not buy the book, then they must sacrifice any happiness that book would have given them. In step 2, we said that this person values this book at $150. This was the maximum amount that they are willing to pay for it. Thus, if they choose to not buy the book, they will never receive this happiness. Therefore, to not buy the book, they must sacrifice this $150 worth of happiness. Notice that the marginal cost of an alternative is just the marginal utility for some other alternative. This is always going to be the case. In fact, economists often refer to this marginal cost as the opportunity cost, which we define as the value of the best opportunity foregone. You see, anytime we choose one option, we are necessarily giving up the chance to choose something else. The value of the best alternative that we are giving up is the opportunity cost, or the marginal cost. Therefore, it will always be the case that the marginal cost of an action is the highest marginal utility among all of the remaining alternatives. Now on the next page, we'll turn our attention to step 4, the final step of building a utility table.